You know, 2020 was a pretty okay year for me. I know everyone was proclaiming that it was the worst year ever, but like, let's get this straight. The only reason why is because coronavirus was just such a big inconvenience on your summer plans. I'm still wondering why people took all that toilet paper. Like, does corona come from your ass, or what was even the point? Even with all that, I think the worst part about it was the, Zoom classes. I remember one time an old man said on TV that Zoom was the way of the future. Of course, I can understand this misconception because he doesn't go to school and doesn't care. Once you leave school, who gives a shit? I don't care. This was a terrible way of learning due to the fact that no one was paying attention and it promoted cheating. And I should know because I've done it a lot. I mean, it's not like people paid attention in class before, but at least when you were in person, a few people pretended to care. I don't even know what to do in the Zoom classes anymore, because it's not like you can be the class clown. I mean, everyone's not even really paying attention. They all just want to keep to themselves. They just stay quiet. And the teachers hate that, because when they talk, it's like they're talking to themselves. Speaking of teachers, one of the things that they had to enforce was seeing everyone's face. You couldn't just turn off your camera and fuck off while Miss Weinstein talked about physics. The way I got away with not paying attention was showing half my face so they knew I was there. Most of the time in class, I was talking to my friends or eating a bucket of chicken. And if you were in a real big class, you could do whatever the hell you want. You could turn off your camera, or you could do nothing and not be there because they wouldn't fucking know. I guess the best part of the Zoom classes was staring at all the ugly kids, but like, I always just stared at myself most of the time. The teachers barely knew how to use the program, and sometimes locked you out because they didn't know what they were doing. And I wouldn't care so much about learning if I was in high school, because let's face it, a lot of the stuff you learn there is pointless. But what about college? That's a different story. I've never seen a doctor who went to Zoom class, because it doesn't happen. You can't do that. You just can't do that. There are certain things you need to do in IRL. I can't believe I said that. Wow, I'm going to hell. Come to think of it, I don't think I've learned a single thing this year. I mean, well, that's not a surprise. I go to an art school. But I don't know about anyone else. I mean, have you seen the world outside? It's a madhouse. You know, I've been hearing things like this is gonna be like a historical year, which is bullshit, because when the virus is over, everyone's gonna be forgetting about it, you know, and they're gonna have the audacity to make jokes like, oh, remember when we had to wear a mask? Or, finally, I'm able to breathe, and I wish my grandfather died of the virus, but he's a fucking pain in my ass, somehow he survived. And when this virus is over, this app will probably never be used by anyone again. But that'll take a year or so, because it doesn't seem like people are getting the message.
Today, take off your mask and breathe! Breathe! You're Americans, breathe!